You're watching a COVID relief news bulletin, that of Sandipani Vidyaniketan, an institution founded and inspired by Pujya Rameshbhai Oza. My name is Pritiben Raichura, and joining me here today is Bhupendrabhai Kansagara, spokesperson for Sandipani Vidyaniketan, and of course, chairperson of Sanskruti Foundation UK. Bhupendrabhai, thank you so much for joining me once again here on this news bulletin. Since we last spoke, Bhupendrabhai, what has been the developments of the projects that have been set up for the COVID relief efforts that have been made via Sandipani Vidyaniketan?
Thank you, Priti. Good to talk to you again. First and foremost, we'd like to inform you that the food parcels project that Pujya Bhaishri took upon to help the needy families has been progressing very well. The first target of our 1,000 parcels has already been delivered and given away to the needy families. And we are now embarking on preparing the next 1,000 parcels to be given away in the next days as we find the needy people and we identify those who deserve. So that's on the food parcels side. On the next project, which is our infrastructure project at the local civil hospital in Porbandar, the installation of the cryogenic tank to deliver medical grade oxygen to the wards of the hospital. The tank, as we speak, is en route from Surat to Porbandar. The foundation work to install the tank at the hospital is continuing as we speak, and hopefully by the end of this week, it should, all being well, be started to be installed. The piping, which required some specialist valves and equipment that had to be imported from Germany, has already started, and the piping to the wards of the hospital should also be completed in the next week or so. And we hope that by the last 10 days of May, the medical grade oxygen should be beginning to be delivered to the patients of the ward. In addition, we identified the need of oxygen cylinders to be filled in Porbandar, and as a result of the sizable tank of 20,000 liters that we installed, we put a decanting line to enable the hospital to fill third-party cylinders from other hospitals or other care homes to be facilitated at the hospital. So the decanting plant will, in addition to supplying the wards with medical grade oxygen, supply medical grade oxygen to other hospitals by filling their cylinders. That's the update we have for this week.
Sure. Now you mentioned there's a lot of work going on in Porbandar, but is there any plans to expand so that this COVID relief effort can expand throughout other parts of Gujarat and maybe even other states within India?
The question is a very valid one, but under the leadership of Pujya Bhaishri and the team, we have decided we do not wish to spread ourselves too thin and too widely. So we are focusing on all the centers where Pujya Bhaishri has presence. Devka is one, Saputara is there, Sandipani is there. So we will continue expanding the model that we have successfully delivered in Porbandar of the food parcels to the other centers where we have management and bandwidth that we can control.
And finally, for those people that are watching and still want to maybe donate some funds to Sandipani Vidyaniketan, how can they do that?
Well, as I said earlier in my last bulletin, I still reiterate the same, that anybody who feels they wish to support the current pandemic that India is going through, and they want to support the Sandipani movement led by Pujya Bhaishri, please help us financially. and we will use the money to the best of our ability, assessing the situation on the ground, that we monitor almost 2-3 times on a daily basis, and the funds that you donate generously will be put to good use through either food parcels or infrastructure building in terms of long-term care of patients in the future. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Bhupendrabhai, for joining me once again on the COVID Relief News Bulletin brought to you by Sandipani Vidyaniketan. We will be back in the next few days with further bulletins in terms of progress that has been made with the efforts that are taking place via Sandipani Vidyaniketan. Thank you so much, Bhupendrabhai.
Thank you, Priti. Thank you.